Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Terra Tech. And on this episode, we are going to be continuing where we left off. Now, I decided after the last episode that instead of building a new bot, I did want to kind of explore this one a little bit more. So, what I think I'm going to do actually is go off into the world and see if we can collect some more rare resources or actual resources. And what we're going to do with that, actually, I don't want to turn it that way. What we're going to do with that is see if we can actually fabricate anything. We have a GSO grade 2 fabricator and a GSO grade 3 fabricator, neither of which we've really gotten into using during this playthrough yet. And there's a lot of stuff you can make. So we're gonna go off and see what resources we can get, and then if we have to, we can always sell the finished product with our terminal, or not our terminal, but the delivery cannon. Now I'm not gonna shoot these too much because I do want them intact, and of course your lasers will destroy them. So make sure that you either use your drills, which is ideal because they won't destroy them, or that you're a little bit more careful with it. You just don't destroy it if you really want to pick this stuff up. So I'm gonna leave these things down here. Eventually I can pull them up and bring them up here to the top. Oh crap, we need to kill this guy. Oh, and he has a little bit of wing on him. Oh yeah, we can get that if we didn't blow them all up. No, actually they weren't wings. It was this stupid, yeah, we don't want that. I don't think we can sell that, can we? Actually, let's try. I know we can't sell the wheels. That's why I'm not picking the wheels up. Let's see. Can we put this? No, I can't even put it on the conveyor belt. So that's definitely something we... Oh, there's some red stuff over there. Let's go ahead and get that as much as possible because we don't have any right now. What just happened there? Did I just... What is that? Is that like an invisible wall? What am I hitting? That is the weirdest thing ever. I have never seen that before. Hope I don't ever see that again, because that's not exactly fun. I don't know what that's supposed to be, but hitting a wall or a shelf that's not really there is kind of annoying, because I can imagine that getting in the way when you're fighting an enemy, and that would really suck to die because you hit something that wasn't there. Okay, we don't have either one of these, I think, so we're gonna get... there's another little wall. Wait, is that the resource underneath me? No, what are these things doing down here? I didn't pick these things up and put them here. Unless they got put here because of the conveyor belt. Maybe. That might have actually been a thing, but now that they're gone. Okay, so it wasn't the game that was doing it. It was my weird placement of some cannons for some reason. Not quite sure. Wow, look at that. One shot, one kill for a rock. And there's a little bit more right here, although this one looks yellow. No, it's the same stuff. It must have been just the angle we're looking at it. Now, I haven't really picked up some of that light stuff, some of that light crystal right there, mainly for the fact that it really only makes lights, and I don't really have any need to make any lights. I don't like using them that much. They cause quite a bit of lag, and to be honest, I've never really found them useful. You know, like, it doesn't get so dark you can't see what you're doing. If it did, then I would, yeah, highly suggest going over here and getting some of that, and definitely putting some things on your bot. Maybe they will do that in the future. Maybe they will make these things so dark that without that light on your bot, you would just have no clue where you're going. I think that would be a cool addition, to be honest. I think that would be pretty sweet if they did just that. But I haven't heard any, any people saying that's going to be a thing, so I doubt it is. And if it is, it's probably way off, because they got a lot more important things to work on, such as the storyline. Like, they're coming up with the missions you're going to do for the different campaigns, the different corporations. I can't believe I'm stuck on here. Literally stuck right here on the tip. If I can just get down a little bit more and get my wheels to grip, that will help out as well. There we go. Now, in a situation like that, if you ever get into something like that, guys, and you have boosters on you, you definitely want to use the boosters. The boosters will give you that extra little oomph while you're in the air, and you'll be able to actually move a tad, just a tad bit. Actually, there's something floating over there, isn't it? Or is that an enemy? Oh, I think it's just an enemy and a crystal. I do apologize for the lag, but when you have all these objects on your thing, that's going to be something you can run into. Now, it's not really depositing any of the stuff in the 3 one. I wonder why. What if I take this one out and throw it back on there? There it goes. It's going to do something now. It may take a minute. Holy crap, look at that. Nice. So I made, what did I make? I made a shield generator. Nice. I like that. Okay, and another one. Well, we can use both of those, actually. Let's see. What part is not covered? I think these are fine right here. I'll move this one down to the back end and leave this one up here on the front. Give it a little bit more protection there. It made a weapon, I believe. Yeah, because I don't think I had any weapons there. Now, I do have a lot of resources down here on the bottom that are not being transferred up here to the top. There we go. Some of that right there. We'll take the weapon, and I don't know where it went. I think it went down on the bottom. Yeah, there it is right there. Oh, nice. We made a solar reactor. Fantastic. Why is it not going up into the 3, though? Can I drag something into it? Come on, let me drag. It won't even let me drag on top. Huh. Do I have that in the wrong order or something? Like, I know that some people were saying that I needed to reverse the other ones, but like this one is surrounded on all ends by the conveyor belts, and it won't pick any of them up. Like, I literally can't even drag it on top. At least this one I can drag on too, and I can drop it. This one, it won't let me do it. So I guess maybe that's broken? Well, either way, we need to get rid of some of these resources. So let's go ahead and put these up here. I wish I had what Tam was telling me about. Tammer was letting me know that there is a step for the conveyor belt, or a step for these receivers. So we'll actually pick stuff up that's lower than it, like it is over here, and bring it up a little higher to where you actually need it. That's kind of a cool concept. I didn't even think about doing that until recently, but now that I have, I think that would be a fantastic tool to have at your disposal to help your bot kind of get around and do things that you want to do with it. Let's go ahead and take this and put this, I guess we can put it over here on this end. That way it's a little bit more protected along the wheels. Our battery power is going to go down a little bit faster, but that's okay. And remember, not only are we able to get these things, but we're also able to sell them. And that's going to be a nice chunk of change. Actually, let's see how much we can sell those for. How much did we get out of that? Did it say? Oh, there we go, 100. Well, this is not really as much as I was hoping to get out of that, but it's still better than nothing. And so you can kind of come out here, and instead of killing enemies, just do the harvest thing. Like you can get all the pieces you need by doing this, and you can make some really sophisticated stuff. Pretty much everything in the game either has a recipe or at one point will have a recipe. Now, yeah, it's still very limited on what actually does have recipes at this moment, but they did add quite a bit. I mean, when I first started, it was just a few things that you could actually do, and now it's a couple of dozen, if not more. So they have been working on it. They have been adding things as time has gone on, and I would expect them to eventually, like I said, finish everything they set their minds to with this game, because they have just constantly been coming up with new and improved updates, which is amazing. It's nice to see them doing that and actually progressing to make the game even more finished than it is right now. The game, I think, is pretty close to being able to say this is a finished product. If they can get the corporation thing down, I think they only have a few more little bugs to work out, such as making sure that, of course, all the recipes work on the trade skill stuff, the stuff that you can do here to actually make things. But the ability to have multiplayer, because I think that's going to be a big asset to it. Everything else, I think, can be updates or expansions down the road as they get a little bit more time and a little bit more, refined stuff that's done. Like most games will do. Most games will come out and you'll find out, oh, there's a bug to it. If you download the latest patch, it fixes it and you're ready to go. This NPC over here doesn't work. And again, if you just download the latest patch, you're ready to go. It's good. I think it's going to be one of those things where you have to accept the fact that some of this stuff. I actually didn't want to do that. Let's move this up here. Get this out of the way. And the reason I'm moving this out of the way is so I can put this block over here. I actually do want to move that down a little bit if I can. Will it let me? I guess maybe this wheel is in the way. Actually, I can't put that there, can I? Nope. We gotta move that. Let's move these over here, actually, out of the way. I want the extra will because Dark Dragon was actually letting me know that he thought I should go ahead and put on a few more wills to get rid of the weight that I had on my bot, because I have, obviously a little bit too much, and it shows. Like you can see that you're over encumbered and the wills will spark. And of course, I was aware of that fact, but it's always nice to hear that from you guys to let me know if you think I should do something or you want me to do something, because you guys are playing the games with me. And so if you want me to put down more solar reactors, I'll put down more solar reactors. You guys want me to go 4 or 5 stories higher than I'm doing on my bot, I'll do exactly that. I will do what you guys, well, to some point. Like I'm not gonna do everything that you guys want to do, because some of you guys will request some crazy things. But I will try my best to get that done. And if it seems like it would be kind of fun to try, then I am definitely all for it. Now I have been slowly picking up all the items that fall down and selling them. And I've been showing you that part because, yeah, the building part is incredibly fun, and the going out and fighting part is also incredibly fun. But there's another part that you really get to see on videos these days when you watch these, and it's the slower parts where you actually see that it takes quite a long time, or maybe it doesn't take that long to earn money. And so there's other ways to earn cash, which is like the strip mining, which is go through with a huge bot and tons of weapons at the right height, and just completely and totally destroy entire areas of all the resources they have, and pick them up and sell everything you got. To do that, you're going to need, of course, the right level for these things to be sucked up into, and usually the what do they call them? The geo, no, the geocore, the yeah, is it the geocore? Yeah, it's not the GSO. So the geocore, which are the big yellow blocks, will have the tractor pads, and those tractor pads are enormous, and they pick up from really far distances, and they hold quite a bit. So my suggestion would be to have a whole bunch of those at the right level, and they will automatically pick up all the resources. And then of course you're going to want a lot of the delivery cannons, because if it passes by the delivery cannon, it just goes back into the rotation. You don't really want that because it causes a little bit of lag and it is kind of wasting a little bit of time. So you want an entire row, if not more, of delivery cannons, and you pretty much want the conveyor belts to go around in a circle surrounded by delivery cannons so that it can just go from one to the next to the next to the next. The only other thing that I might put in there, if you really want to earn a little bit extra cash and you have the space for it, would be something that would refine the materials to something that's worth more money. And so therefore you can take the same amount of stuff that you're getting, but refine it, and in the end make even more money off of it in the same amount of time, which is a cool little thing to do. It's not something I see a lot of people do because, again, I don't really see anybody building these really huge builds that require tons of money. Like when they do the big builds, it's because they usually already have the resources around, and they kind of deal with what they got. But in my case, I'm going a little bit overboard with that wall. The fact that I want to cover it with batteries and wireless chargers. I don't really need that many on there. Like when I go next to it, you guys see that it charges me up pretty quickly, and I don't have to stay there for but more than a few seconds. I want it where I can just kind of drive by and heal up, and I think what's going to happen is if I add the amount of batteries that I'm hoping to add to it, that's probably going to be long enough for me. Now, some of you guys are letting me know that there is a length to, just how far or how big your bot can be, and I'm getting very, very close to reaching it. Well, if that happens, then I'll definitely have to go back and maybe double down even more on the wireless chargers and the batteries and the solar reactors and things of that sort that I need to get done so that I can actually, finish the product to my liking, to the point to where I actually want it, which, like I said, is to be able to drive by and just literally not even have to stop. It's kind of like a drive-through charge up. Now, if I can ever find the really big batteries, and again, I'm not sure if they're in the game yet or if they're still in the R&D, but there's some really big batteries. I think they're like atomic batteries or something. I think those will dramatically alter what I need out of the wall. Like, I'm gonna need a lot more power to charge those things up, and so I may not be able to do it with those. But with the little small ones that I have right now, it's it's doable. I think I can actually get to the point where that's not going to be a thing. That's not going to be a real big issue for me. I'll be able to just, like I said, drive by and be perfectly fine, not even stopping. Now, is that a huge achievement? Is that really something that's necessary? Well, at my level, at this point, with all the gear and all the blocks that I have access to and the size of my bot, no, it's not really that necessary. I can completely and totally get away with not doing that. But with that said, I kind of want to do it just for the sake of doing it, so I'm familiar with how it works, because I can see them making the difficulty a lot harder in the future. And the reason I say that is because they have already done it before. They've already taken the game and made it incredibly hard, where invaders were spawning like every 4 seconds, and the enemies were all over the place, and they just never really ever stopped spawning. And if you guys ever watched those Let's Plays that I had of that time, you will see just how difficult it really can get. And it's pretty bad. Like, it can be very, very hard. And I don't want to wait until I need to know how something works, because I just don't have the money to waste on it to figure it out. And because of that, that's kind of why I'm spending the extra effort and the extra resources to find out if it's even worth it. Like, does it provide that big of a draw to have as many as I have, so that later down the road I'll know if I should even bother creating more than just 5 or 6 pieces wide, and just kind of sit there and wait for it. Or if if I'm getting just completely and totally massacred by the enemy, and he's all around me, and he always is, and I just can't find a way to charge up fast enough, then I'll know, like, I can use this thing, like, this thing is massively huge, and if I can just protect it long enough, it's something I can definitely use. And it looks like there's an enemy out there. What is he covered in? I don't know, but I'm gonna move these things over here real quick. I'm gonna sell these wills. I probably shouldn't, but it's good cash, and I'm gonna use that money for stuff later on. So if I have to, I just buy these things back and I kick that thing out of the way, man. That is pretty cool. As you can see right there, $12.50 for that. Not too bad. Now, these blocks really aren't worth all that much, but again, every little bit helps. And not only is that nice to be able to get the money off of these things, but it's actually really nice just to get them off of the map, because these things will cause lag after a certain point, because you have 80, 90 of them just kind of laying around your map, because you've killed 5, 10, 15 enemies around you. And of course they spawn where you're at. So if you're killing a lot of guys where you live, where your base is, you're going to have your base surrounded by garbage. And they haven't quite come up with an object that will allow you to just suck these things up. I mean, the conveyor belt allows you to pick up items that are on the ground that are like resources, harvestable resources that can be turned into things. But to my knowledge, there's nothing that automatically picks up blocks from the ground. There's silos that will hold them, but they don't automatically pick them up. And because they don't automatically pick them up, that means you have to do it manually, and it takes a long time, as you guys can see right here. So I look forward to the day they add a something in here that allows you to do that either incredibly quickly, because it could be something as simple as just adding a object in here where you can push the button and it magnetically pulls all the things to you. So you do have to stop. Maybe it uses power, maybe it does this, maybe it does that. Like, I don't mind it having a drawback to it. I just want something in the game that will do it. Also, I've been told that they're going to be adding blocks in the game later on that will allow you to attach or detach objects to the ground. So you can see right here, my base, my wall, it's not attached. I wish it was, but I made a mistake when I first did it, and I kind of pulled that piece off, and for some reason it got detached rather than staying connected to the ground. And because of that, it's kind of free. And so I have to, surrounded by these blocks on the ends to make sure that it doesn't move around too much and fall over while I'm gone, because if it did, there's no way for me to put that back into place. It doesn't have any wheels, and if I tried, it'd just be kind of a nightmare to do. Okay, so this thing is fully charged. Let's come over here and see if we can destroy this guy. I do apologize for that noise. I know it's loud, and you probably couldn't hear a word I was saying in there, but we do have to stop over there every so often and just kind of refill our batteries. Again, I'm trying to make it as quick as possible. What is this thing? Why is it... Is that armor? I think it's armor, guys. Holy crap, look at that. That is pretty cool. I don't think I've seen a bot with armor on just yet. Not like that. Holy crap. Yeah, we're doing some serious damage on this thing. He is staying right in my butter zone. There we go. You were dead, buddy. Oh, yeah, let me pick this up. I'm going to put that on the back. We're going to make this thing a little bit longer. Again, the reason I'm going to do this is it's going to help me out so much when I want to build this base a little bit bigger, because I'm going to need the space for it. Now, I'm going to pick up this armor. For one, it looks cool, and two, it's going to allow me to protect my batteries a little bit more. And as you can see, some of my batteries actually did get destroyed a while back because they, you know, people have mortars, they have different kinds of the stuff that you can put on there, and you know, they just get hit. So let's see, do we have any more on the ground? Any of them? Yep, we do have one back here in the back. I'm sure there's probably even more than that laying around here somewhere. I wonder if I can put anything on top of those, like a weapon, but I doubt it. I really do doubt that I can put anything on top. No, I can just put stuff underneath. What is this, a repair bubble? Actually, you know what? We need the repair bubble back here. We don't have one yet. There we go. And you can see it actually had taken some damage, so it's nice that we got that. What else did we get? This is probably a shield. Yeah, it's a shield. We don't really need a shield, but we'll definitely sell it because it's going to be draining our power. And we don't want to do that. Let's see, what else do we got? We got wheels. Let's see, can I put a wheel on there? I can. I can't put a wheel, but popped off. Let's put it on right. What about the... I guess we can put these things on the back for now. I will pick this up. And the reason I take the wheels, like I've said many times before, they're worth a lot of money. You know, and if you're trying to save up for something, which I am, I'm trying to save up for the new bot we're going to be building. It's going to be, you know, highly useful to have that, these wheels provide that. Why can I not? I wonder why I can't put something right over that. There we go. Huh. It let me do it now, but it wouldn't let me do it a minute ago. That's kind of weird. But yeah, we're basically just trying to go up one level, so I can put one right here. If it will let me. There we go. No? Okay. And the reason I'm doing that is it's going to allow me to put this on top. And then when I get... actually, it's not going to allow me to put that on top. I was going to say, then when I get more batteries, I can always remove these things and throw the batteries on there, and I won't have to rearrange everything, and I'll already have the shields on there for the protection. Now, I could put more shields over here on the side. I think I'm going to do just that, because again, these batteries are highly explosive, and I'd rather them not blow up half my bot because somebody got a lucky shot, which is very, very possible in this game. Now, I don't think I picked up these half ones, these you know, double ones instead of the fours, so I'm going to go ahead and do that just so I can say that I already have it, and if I ever want to, you know, of course, I get that in the future, I can definitely go ahead and just buy those pieces now that I've actually found them. That was kind of cool. I like that. That was a nice little guy to fight. Let's see. I think I'm going to hang on to this tire, actually. Let's see. Can I put it on the back? Yes, I can. And so if I find any more pieces, I'll put it on the other side, but for now, it's going to give me that extra little bit of traction. And you can see I'm getting a little bit of lag right there. It's a little choppy. It's because I have a lot of stuff on my bot that's not being sold. So I'm going to have to fix that between this video and the next. Go in there and sell all that stuff, get that off my bot. But we're going to kill this guy right before we go ahead and end the episode here. Again, guys, if you do enjoy these videos, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. Definitely helps grow the channel, and I can greatly appreciate it. Also, make sure to leave those comments down below, because I do love hearing back what you guys think of this game and what you guys want to see in the future. Oh, yeah, he's going to die. Do it. Yeah, there we go. Nice, nice. And there's still a good bit of his bot left. The wheels. Looks like there's a couple of either solar reactors or repairables right there. Let me go ahead and throw that on the back. It's a shell generator, not a solar reactor. Sorry, guys. And we're gonna go ahead and keep going back this way. We might be able to put a few more tires on there. But again, guys, thanks for watching. Until next time.